What's up, everybody? It's your boy Adam once again. Hashtag homeless. It's day 33. I think it's day 33. If I don't look on you, I have to go to the YouTube channel, look at the last video, and figure out what day today is. And I didn't do that before I hit record. So I know there's one video where the day I say it is doesn't match up with the day it was. And so there's that. I keep looking. There's just people everywhere I look. They always show up as soon as I hit the button on the record here. And I come to this place, there's nobody here. There's nobody here. It's solitude. As soon as I hit record, people. They're all over the freaking place. And I don't know why I even care. Definitely in a better mood today. The guy who smelled like a corpse, I think somebody made him take a shower because the smell's gone. So yeah, that was good. That was really good. I think someone was like, hey man, it's time. And oh man, that felt really good to not be around that. And the things, I just had some things yesterday that were, it's hard to explain. Things that I was worried about that I knew while I'm worried about them that it's not even a big deal. Like, you're gonna figure it out. It's not even, just don't worry about it. And for whatever reason, I just let this stuff get under my skin. But I'm going back and forth. Like I said, not every day is sunshine and rainbows right now. So I just kept saying, God, I trust you. And so in terms of finding a quiet place to do the job interview, it's actually kind of ironic. I brought this up to some people at the shelter today that everything's closed tomorrow for the Juneteenth holiday. And so they said, yeah, you can come and do your interview here, which I was already convinced that they would, but I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. So my mind, I have this tendency, it's a problem. It's been a problem in my life for a long, long time. Anytime there's a situation, anytime there's something to potentially worry about, my mind just goes around and around in circles and the gears spin, and I automatically create all of the worst case scenarios and all of the worst possible things that are going to happen because of this or that. Doesn't matter what it is. Could be a bicycle ride. I get a flat tire. I have all the tools and everything I need to fix the flat tire in 5 minutes, get back on the bike and ride. But my mind just automatically starts going, oh, you've got to, well, what if your inner tube explodes when you, or what if there's a hole in your tire that you can't, what if this, and what if that, and what if you end up having to walk 20 miles to get home, and what if, and just chill. I have to tell myself this. Just relax. And so it's kind of like a blessing and a curse. More often than not, it's a curse, sometimes a blessing. If you're the guy on the team that can think of the worst case scenario in any situation, you can predict, if you're working on a software team, you can predict what might go wrong. If you're, I have this graphic designer's curse where I can see the most tiny imperfections in anything. You could put 2 pixels, 2 little dots on a screen, one on the right and one on the left, far apart from each other, and I can tell you if they're aligned vertically or horizontally. I can tell you if they're in alignment down to the row of pixels on the screen. I can tell you if it's 1 pixel above or below. I can look at it and see the imperfections. I can tell if a line is not straight. I can tell if something in Pittsburgh, it drove me nuts because in Pittsburgh, I don't understand how construction works there, but there's no such thing as a 90-degree angle or a level surface in the whole city of Pittsburgh, especially when you're in an apartment or a house. So imagine trying to hang a photograph on a wall where the ceiling is crooked this way, the floor is crooked this way, and the walls are either angled this way or that. Nothing is straight. And you're trying to hang a photo. Even when the photo is level, there's an optical illusion going on that makes it look like it's crooked. And so imagine being somebody who's OCD about that kind of stuff when you're just, all you're trying to do is hang a picture on the wall. But that is a problem that I battle all the time, is just a little problem pops up and I will multiply it and come up with 100 different ways things are going to go wrong that are completely unfounded. More often than not, 95% of the time, that's on, those things are, those concerns are unfounded. They have no basis in reality and they don't come to pass. And so that's just something I have to work on. God helps me with that. The more I pray about it, the more I let it go to Him, the less those, by the end of the day yesterday, I was in a better mood before even the end of the day hit. It's just a frustrating situation right now. Let's see. I have to find professional references. Imagine that in the situation I'm in. You come home from prison expecting everybody out there to hate you and to never want to speak to you again, because that was the experience I had going in. There were a lot of people that I was really close with, had friendships going back to when I was 18 years old, and simultaneously they all turned their back. They said, "This guy, you're a piece of trash. We don't want anything to do with you." And the messed up thing is the people that did that openly say all the same things that got me in trouble. They may not put it on their Facebook account, but they all said just as bad of things, if not worse, than the things I've said. They're out training with night vision, running around the woods with their AR-15s, getting ready for when the federal government goes to war against its own people. Like, that's what they're doing on the weekends. I'm not even doing that kind of crap back then. And, but anyway, all these people turned their back on me and said, "We'll never talk to him again. We don't want anything to do with him again." And it wasn't like these are fly-by-night friends. These are people I've known since I was 18 years old. And so that was a little bit of a slap in the face, and that kind of set me up mentally to expect that when I come home from prison, nobody is ever going to want to talk to me again, and nobody's going to want anything to do with me ever again. And I basically have 2 friends left in this entire world. And one of those friends threw me out into the street and, put me in the situation I'm in, being homeless. So now I'm down to one friend in the whole world. And what I'm finding out, I'm kind of being forced into situations where I'm finding out it's not the case. It's not the case at all. I just didn't realize it. And so I was put in a situation where I have to put together my professional references while I'm looking to find a job. I was asked about it. I wasn't asked to provide them, but I was asked, "Can you provide them if we want them?" And so that prompted me to start figuring that out. Oh, crap. So I found my list from the last time I updated my references was back in 2019. I had about 10 or 15 on that list. And it's 29, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30. It's been like 5 years now since a lot of these people I just don't talk to very often because I wasn't on social media heavily. I wasn't on LinkedIn. I wasn't in the places where these people are. And, it's common to not keep in touch with people heavily and there's nothing wrong with it. There's people I liked working with, and, bugs all over the place. There's people I liked working with back in the day, and vice versa, and they can use me as a reference, and vice versa. But there's this thing that tells me if it's been a number of years and all of a sudden I'm looking for a job and they want references, and it's been 5 years since the last time I had to give somebody my references, I need to get in touch with these people and ask if it's okay, especially in the situation I'm in. So I had one reference to start with yesterday. And so I just sucked up my pride and just asked a bunch of people if I could use them as a reference. Some of these people I had already had on my list, that we had the mutual pact to use each other as references, but I'm still going to check in and make sure it's cool and it's okay to do. And that turned into, by the end of the day, I think I've got 6 confirmed people who said, oh yeah, use me as a reference. I'll talk you up. I'll make sure that they want to hire you, but all this and that. And a lot of these people know what happened. They know what went down. They know that I went to prison for 20 months. And they are all, no, man, you didn't deserve that. You said some stupid things, but but this government's out of control, et cetera, et cetera. And these are liberals. Another one is a hardcore liberal. I'm talking liberal to the point where she has a picture of her and Hillary Clinton arm in arm on her social media profiles. Okay, and she told me, that's bullshit what the government did to you. I can't believe they went and did that to you. I'm disgusted by them. This is a hardcore liberal telling me this. And this is like, these were people because, I'm like, this hardcore liberal is going to want nothing to do with me after what happened. And it's not the case. It's not the case. And it's like, all these things get into my head. And some of them were put in my head because I was in an isolated bubble, completely locked out from the outside world. And I had 1 or 2 people informing me about what's going on out in the outside world, and everybody hates you, is what I was being told. And, and then a lot of people just popped up on LinkedIn yesterday in response to me reaching out to them, all saying the same thing. Man, you're a good guy. You don't deserve this. You deserve another chance. I would hire you in a heartbeat if it was my decision, and, all these different things. And it's encouraging to hear that from people and to find out, no, they don't hate you. And, even on the YouTube channel, I'm on YouTube now, I'm on Rumble and TikTok with the videos. Rumble and TikTok are just a backup. YouTube will probably kick me off the platform once they figure out what's going on, that this guy that shouldn't, we should be censoring him. They're coming. They just haven't figured it out yet. The trolls haven't reported me to the right person yet, probably. You need to look at who's on your platform and look at what he's doing. But it's coming. The viewer count, the subscriber count, all the stats keep going up and up and up. So it's just a matter of time before I disappear from YouTube. And so I'm on Rumble and TikTok right now. And you can find me there easily enough. The links are in the description. But yeah, back to the trolls. This is one thing. I'm not losing any sleep over this. The trolls are what they are. There's somebody else, another channel, another guy. I'm going to shout out to Prepper Nurse 1. He's a really cool dude. He's a prepper, and he has a really cool vibe. I've been listening and watching this guy for years. And I was listening to a show of his one day, and he deals with the trolls too, and he's got tens of thousands of followers, and he's talking about the trolls. And he said they all have a pattern. It's always somebody who comes in, makes some random comment, negative, probably didn't even watch the video, because that would be evident in the comment that this whoever it is made, either making a comment or asking a question that, had he or she watched the video, would have been, put the video will put the kibosh on the comment or question right there. You click on the user's profile, you end up going to a YouTube profile with 0 or 1 subscribers, no content, and all this person does is troll around all day, leaving troll comments on everybody's videos that they watch. But they're not actually putting anything out there themselves. They're not putting out any content themselves. They're nobodies. They're nobodies. That's what they are. And so they come to my channel now. And so there's one thing, I don't really respond to them, but there are a few who decide, I'm going to show up every single day, I'm going to comment on 3 or 4 videos at a time, and all I'm going to do is say, you need to look this guy up on Google and see what he did. You shouldn't be supporting him. You shouldn't be watching his videos. Well, number one, if all these people shouldn't be watching my videos, the fact that you came to my video channel 6 times to leave these comments means I got 6 more hits on the view counter. And the algorithm is picking that up and distributing my content to more people. So thank you. Thank you for your support. Number 2, when I do finally respond, I've basically been responding with the same comment as I get to the point where, okay, I'm going to shut this person up because I'm getting an email from them every 15 minutes, looking at it and seeing, because I get an email whenever there's a comment, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to shut this guy up right now. So I will come back, I will reply to a comment, and I will say, so you must be one of the people that thinks it's okay when a group of Democrats shows up to the city and starts riots and burns the city down. Is that okay? Are you okay with that? And so far, not one single troll, not even one troll will say in retaliation to that, no, it's not okay to start riots. No, it's not okay to burn a city down. They won't say it. And they disappear. Every time I say that to a troll, they vanish, they don't come back, and they don't respond to the comment. And I'm just waiting for one of you idiots to say, no, it's not okay to start riots. No, it's not okay to vandalize, public parks. No, it's not okay to beat up cops. And no, it's not okay to burn your city down. And not one of these idiots will say that. Not one. And I think it's hilarious because that just tells you who these people are. It's okay to burn a city down. It's okay to start a riot. It's okay to beat up the police, and it's okay to vandalize, statues and memorials and, public property in our parks. As long as you're a Democrat, because, in that case, you're fighting for freedom. You're fighting for social justice. You're a proud social justice warrior fighting for a good cause. They equate these people with the ones who, pulled down the statue of Saddam Hussein when, during the Gulf War when Saddam Hussein was driven out of town and that kind of stuff. And no, you're not. You're just a bunch of rotten thugs running around with your masks on your face to make it harder to identify yourselves. And no, it's not okay. It's not okay to do what I did, okay? Just for the record, I'm ashamed of it. I'm not proud of it. I say this every time I talk about it, that it was wrong. And, for all the people leaving comments about how I'm trying to hide from it, my name is right on the channel, Holmes. What am I hiding from? Go type my name into Google. Like, you act like you're some Pulitzer Prize journalist because you did the research and you found out what I did. It's like you don't win a Pulitzer Prize for typing someone's name into Google and reading the 500 pages of results that come up about what happened. You're not a journalist. So, like, get over yourself. It's ridiculous. Like, you can't hide from something when it's that out there, and when the national news put you on blast for an entire week of your life, and then every time you went into a court hearing, they did it again. So, no, there's no hiding from it. Like, I can tell you for a fact that there's a bunch of lies in the media about what happened, and I'm going to address that, but I'm not doing it off the cuff. I'm not doing it in one of these videos. I have some things that I need to put in front of me, facts and transcripts and some different things that I need to talk about, but I'm just not in a position to do it right now. And so, other than the fact that I regret what I did, I regret the things that I said, and I shouldn't have done it. I regretted it within a day or two after saying them, but it was too late. It was too late to delete them. It was too late to close the account, the politically charged account on Gab that, makes people feel comfortable saying stuff like that because there's 6,000 other people saying the same thing all day long. And so, why they single out one person out of that week that this all happened, the FBI was coming out and saying that there is an unprecedented number of threats against the FBI. And I was seeing thousands of posts that were just as nasty as the posts I put up. Thousands, I don't know if I saw tens of thousands of them, but it was like wildfire across the internet that week. People are getting sick and tired of this one-sided government that persecutes one political party, if you want to call it that, and lets the other party show up, participate in riots, vandalize the parks, beat up the cops, and burn cities down without any repercussion or consequence. People are getting sick of that. And so they were venting their frustrations that week, and I was one of them. And I'm not saying that what I did was okay, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that went to prison that week. So, say what you want. Right down there in the comment section, trolls. I don't care. I'm not losing sleep over it. But when I come back and ask you, hey, is it okay for your team? Is it okay when you guys show up to start a riot, to actually hurt people, beat people up, start fires and burn a city to the ground and, loot Target and go into the department stores and trash them and break windows and run around downtown, whatever city you live in, smashing everything and destroying everything in sight? Oh, you're a freedom fighter now? You're a social justice warrior? And that's okay? But when someone posts a mean tweet on the other side, lock them up for life. And I'm just done. I'm in a better mood today. I'm going to go get some stuff done. I've got 20 different people pulling at me for 20 different things. I'm just going to choose the one that seems like it's going to move my life forward the best. And with that, just going to let you all go, and we'll talk tomorrow.